You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Victoria Schaefer, aspiring actress and animal enthusiast, is on her own in New York City. Follow Victoria and her two dogs, Rue and Echo, as she cares for her furry friends and juggles home life and career, all the while managing to survive in the world's most hectic city. The exciting animal adventures and secret stories from both ends of the leash that make up the Tales of the City.
Hey guys, it's Victoria Schaefer, your host of Tales of the City on Pet Life Radio. Earlier this morning, I attended my third birthday celebration of Pupi Dupi, a teacup poodle, and Teeny Weeny, a teacup Yorkie, the dogs of Loreen Arbus. Loreen was the first woman to run a national network, and she did it not once, but twice, for both Lifetime and Showtime. She's also written 6 books and now uses her experience and reputation to advocate for a variety of organizations, from dogs to women's rights. Loreen tells me about some of her favorite foundations in the brief interview I was able to get when pulling her away from the party. Now, for the party. As I said before, this was my 3rd year attending, and each year Loreen outdoes herself even more. I couldn't miss this event, so I walked 60 blocks from my apartment to Lorraine's with Echo because living in New York City, it's pretty difficult to get around with a 90-pound dog. Very few cabs will pick us up, and we need to change that. But that's for another episode. I've been to a lot of birthday parties in my lifetime, and these teacup pooches have one of the most extravagant ones, complete with their own signature cocktails, appetizers for both the dogs and their humans, a short film detailing a day in the life of Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weeny, and a jazz singer hired to sing a unique rendition of Happy Birthday to the duo as they're held up next to a cake that looks like a giant cupcake. You'd have to see it to believe it. Lorraine's apartment is one of the most unique homes I've ever visited. So much so that the New York Times featured it in their House Proud column back in 2014. Her home is decorated with eclectic artwork, painted floor to ceiling in bright colors and murals, and filled with modern furniture that looks like art in and of itself. I kept Echo on a short leash all morning in fear of his huge, bushy tail wagging too hard and knocking something over. I quickly understood why Echo was the largest dog there by about 70 pounds. He could lap up the tiny bowls of water scattered throughout in one gulp and snatched a piece of cake from the table. Bad dog. I don't know who had more fun though, Echo or I. Truly a party to remember. So stick around because after this commercial break, I'll be sharing some of the interviews I was able to get at the party. Hopefully they'll show you just how chaotic, wacky, yet memorable and ever so classy this occasion really is.
Sit and stay. Tales of the City will be right back in 2 shakes of a, well, tail.
I love cleaning the litter box, said no one ever. Luckily, there's World's Best Cat Litter, the litter that promises less mess with less litter. Only World's Best Cat Litter uses the concentrated power of corn to quickly trap odors in tight clumps. And quick clumping means you never have to chisel or scrape the box. Less cleanup with less wasted litter? That's a litter bit amazing. Save $2 on World's Best Cat Litter. Visit www.saveonworldsbest.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
I'm here with Loreen Arbus, the host of Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weeny's birthday party. Where did you get the idea to start doing these birthday parties?
Well, I've always had in my adult life dogs, and I've given a doggy birthday party for over 20 years, and where the idea came from, I don't know, but I celebrate animals all the time in my life, and my dogs are just the lights of my life. So we should celebrate them as with any member of the family.
Yeah, I agree. So obviously my listeners can't see this extravagant party.
May I describe them?
Yes, please describe.
I live for this. Every day I'm talking endlessly, and then I say to friends, do I talk too much about my dogs? And most humor me and they say no, but I do. Okay, so Pupi Dupi, who just turned 5 for her birthday party, is a teacup poodle. She weighs under 3 pounds, and she's brilliant. She does, for her birthday party 2 years ago, when I wrote, produced, and directed a little movie that everybody can find on the internet. You just Google Pupi Dupi, P-U-P-I-D-U-P-I, in the City. It's a takeoff on Sex in the City. It's a comedy, Pupi Dupi in the City. And she, at that time, did 9 tricks. She now does 25 tricks. Wow. And she's just as sweet and as lively as could be. And then Teeny Weeny is hyperactive. She's a teacup Yorkie. She, too, weighs under 3 pounds. She is not the brightest dog that ever came about. She is, in fact, she has a teeny weeny brain, and this is no small challenge. She can't do any tricks. Barely can sit. She has ADD, and I think she's bipolar, and she just is frantic all the time, but she is so cute. They're both so cute. They're so different.
Yes. And I understand you like to dress up your dogs. What are some of your favorite looks?
Yes. I would not do this to a boy dog, which is so sexist of me to discriminate that way, but the girls have major wardrobes. I didn't have a childhood, and I'm just living my childhood now, and I've been doing that for a few years with my girl dogs. They have tons of dresses. I'll show you later their closet, and tons of sweaters and coats with little faux fur linings and little hats and the boots, which don't stay on, and lots of bows for the hair. And you love it or you hate it. I just love it.
And can you talk about some of the charities that you support? I know you're really into animal rescue.
I'm major into animal rescue and into research for animals, because cancer has been certainly on the increase for dogs. I don't know about other animals in the last several years, but I support any and every cause. Well, I don't support any and every cause. The causes that I am involved with have one thing in common. They deal with a subject matter or a group of people or animals that are marginalized. So when you're on the outside and you want and need access and you need someone who can give voice for you, that's what I want to do. And so it's people with disability, it's minorities. People with disability, they are the largest minority in the world, which most people don't know. It's women and girls. We may be a majority in number, but we're in a minority in every situation in which we find ourselves, shockingly so. There's been very little move of the needle as far as the percentage of women in media, in front of the camera, behind the camera, in virtually any and every other area. It's shocking that there's been so little progress. Medical research, women do not get the funding for research that men do, and so I support quite a few women researchers, and it's a huge gamut of causes women in the arts. Less than 5% of every wall of any museum in this country has a woman featured on it. Less than 5%. It's shocking. Yeah. Historically, women were not accepted as and couldn't get access as artists. But in the last several years, that's not true. But the statistics are horrendous. Yeah. So that's very major in my purview of causes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to the party, and I'm going to interview some guests who've been here for 3-4 years. They look forward to every year.
Absolutely. And do meet my 100-year-old guest, who's a noted filmmaker, documentarian, Lucy Jarvis. She would be delighted to talk.
Okay, I'll be sure to find her. Thank you.
So much.
Hi, I'm Lucy Jarvis.
And how many years have you been
This is the 99th interview in 100 years.
How many years have you been attending Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weeny's birthday?
Maybe 4 or 5 years. You know how old I am?
Well, I heard Loreen announced that you're turning 100.
That's right, I'm 100 years old.
Congratulations.
And in 100 years, I've done thousands of interviews. I'm probably the first woman producer in the networks.
And is this one of the best parties you've been to in those 100 years?
Don't give me that. I'm an old hand at this.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so I'm here with Wendy Diamond, and what's your dog's name?
Baby Hope Diamond.
And can you tell my listeners a little bit about what you do?
So let's see, what do I do? So in 99, don't age me. Woohoo! I launched a media company when I learned that 12 million animals were euthanized a year to bring celebrities and pop culture to the animal rescue world, because we knew if everyone understood the importance of adoption and rescue, they would adopt. So that number's now down to 4 million.
Wow.
And so we created the first ever pet fashion show. We created Yappy Hour. We own the rights to Yappy Hour, so we hope that everyone's using our name. We'll do it to support animal rescue in their own community. And so I just help animals. I love it.
And I'm assuming you've been to a lot of dog parties. What
Loreen will probably tell you is that she was inspired by coming to our parties.
Oh, so you have dog birthday parties too?
I had dog birthday parties. I have 3 Guinness World Records. I created the most expensive pet wedding in history, Guinness World Record, that we raised enough money for a wing at the Humane Society of New York in honor of my dog, Lucky Diamond. So it's the Lucky Diamond Critical Care Award at the Humane Society of New York. And Baby Hope is the Guinness World Record dog bride. And
oh my goodness! And who's she married to?
She married a poodle with blue hair from Richmond, Virginia, named Chili.
How did you match them?
Well, Chili applied and won the contest that we did.
And how many years have you been attending Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weenie's birthday?
Since day one. So I think it's 5 years. I'm not. How many years?
This is my 3rd year coming.
Oh, okay, so 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
And what do you look forward to each year?
Well, first of all, Loreen's one of my favorite people in the entire world. You know, I love Loreen. She's one of my greatest friends ever. I love supporting anything she does, and she supports all of our events that we do to support animal rescue, animal welfare, and so it's always a pleasure.
And for those who obviously can't see the scene, can you just describe it a little bit?
Loreen is a force of nature. Everything she does is out of this world. So if you're a dog or a human, coming into Loreen's home is coming into a rainbow of life.
That's a great way of putting it.
And it's the most beautiful apartment looking over Central Park. So the dogs just dream of going there and doing it. And literally you see every color. It's just a beautiful place, spacious. And every time she does something, animals benefit.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Time for a walk in Central Park, of course. We'll be right back with more Tales of the City.
July 25th, 2006, we adopted April. She's a purebred, orange and white Brittany. But when she started scratching like crazy, I said to John, it's got to be her food. You know, what you put into a dog is what you get out. We heard this radio commercial, and this woman was so excited about Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com. 859-428-1000.
I said to John, I'm getting this. So the Dinovite comes, and I thought, a light bulb moment. She loves her dog food. She always leaves a little bit in her bowl. So we added a huge scoop of Dinovite in it, and then we swished it around like gravy. She dove into that bowl. She licked it clean. She loved it. So that's been the routine for almost 10 years. April gets Dinovite for dessert. Her coat is now soft, it's silky, it's smooth. She even walks like a little princess.
859-428-1000.
On Dinovite, she's little Miss Hollywood.
DINOVITE.com.
Begging to hear more of your favorite show? Full episodes of all our shows are available on demand. Go to PetLifeRadio.com to fetch our entire lineup of Possum Pet podcasts. Also, dig us up at iHeartRadio and iTunes. Let's talk pets. Live and on demand only from Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, this is Victoria Schaefer, your host of Tales of the City on Pet Life Radio. I'm here at Pupi Dupi's and Teeny Weenie's birthday party hosted by Loreen Arbus, a producer, journalist, and filmmaker, one of the first female executive producers for a lifetime. This is my 3rd year attending, and I'm here with my big dog, Echo, who's been to this party 2 times. I'm having a bit of an issue keeping him under control. There's a lot of dogs here, a lot of people to celebrate Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weenie's birthday party. So I'm here with Judy Twersky. Hi, Judy.
Hi there.
How many years have you been attending Pupi Dupi's birthday?
Pupi Dupi's 4. I think Teeny Weenie's 3. I think Loreen got Teeny Weeny, I'm almost positive 3 years ago, and her dogs, you can fit both of her dogs in one hand. They're so tiny.
And what do you look forward to each year coming to this birthday party?
Seeing how many different dogs there are and how well they all interact. It's always amazing to me. And Echo seems to be a little larger than the average dog here, but very well behaved.
Yeah, he's friendly. He's enjoying all the attention. For those who obviously can't see what's going on here, can you describe the atmosphere to our listeners?
Well, there are, I don't even know how many people, but there are, everybody who has come in seems to have come in with a very elegant dog of all different breeds, shapes and sizes, and people are having an incredible time enjoying the food and drink and also introducing their pets to each other.
What about a little bit about the decor?
Oh, the decor has to be seen to be believed. Loreen is a tango dancer, and so she spends a lot of time in Argentina, and there's a very, very strong Argentinian influence. Very bright colors, big floral patterns. It's, what do I say? You walk in and you feel like you're not in this country any longer. It's not a typical New York apartment, that's for sure.
And is it just safe to say you'll be attending your 5th birthday party next year?
Yes, that's exactly right. I think she's going to have to, this is a fairly sizable apartment, but I think she's going to have to move into an even bigger one to accommodate all these animals.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
So you have a dog radio show.
Yes.
You forego the natural, visual, cute nature of dogs to
It's
discuss.
a challenge, so I'm hoping that some people here will help me describe exactly what this party is.
There's literally no words to describe what's occurring here.
And what's your name?
Eli, and it's like a Technicolor explosion with 100 little dogs running. It's I don't know what you're gonna do. This is the biggest challenge ever.
I know. Have you attended a birthday party before of Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weeny?
I have not. I've only just become friends with Miss Arbus.
So are you shocked at what you're seeing? This is my 3rd year, so.
Shock, awe, and delight, all three of them.
Do you have a dog here?
Yes, Bleecker.
What kind of dog is he?
There. He's a Maltese. He's unusually cute, and people always remark, there he is.
Yeah, he's so small. Is he named after Bleecker Street?
Yes, Bleecker Street, yes, which apparently is also Dutch for bleaching or cleaning, and he's a white Maltese.
And he's a white Maltese.
Yeah. Whoa. See? Listeners at home, the terrors begin. Oh, she's going to go give a speech. You should.
Oh, okay. We're off for a speech. Hi, I'm here with Amy Goodman, journalist, reporter, author. So, is this your first year?
Yes, here? Yes.
At Pupi Dupi's party?
It is my first year meeting Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weeny.
Yes. And you're a reporter, journalist.
Yes.
What am I missing?
Yes, I do a daily news hour called Democracy Now! On public television and radio. And interestingly enough, what a lot of people don't know is occasionally, if you look very carefully at Democracy Now! When we're coming in and out of breaks and the camera pulls back, we have a black floor and I'm sitting at a table where we interview people. You might see a little Labradoodle under my chair named Kiki because I doggy sit for my little friend Kiki. And she either sits under my chair very quietly or sits right outside the glass on a chair looking up for the entire hour, astutely listening. So we all have our dog tales, and it's an honor to tell them on dogs and on tales in the city.
So what did you think of your first Pupi Dupi Teeny Weeny birthday party?
Well, it's quite something to meet all these lovely spiritual creatures, our friends.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name is Susie Nastasi, and my company is called Dogs in the Hood Training.
How many years have you been attending this party?
Since the very beginning. I mean, I've been training since 1998, and I can't remember maybe this is like the 4th one for Pupi Dupi, and I started working with her when she was about 4 months old. So I was here at the first one. Yeah,
really?
And all of them.
And what are some of the things you look forward to each year?
At the party, I know there's going to be a really cute movie. Sometimes There's the piano playing, which was so adorable. I love that. I love seeing all the people, and the dogs are always so well behaved. It's unbelievable. I don't know how it happens, but it's so fun.
It is pretty incredible. So you're a trainer. Yes. Can you tell just a little bit about what your method of training is, any sorts of advice you have?
Like I said, I've been training since 1998. I did a lot of years doing private lessons and also therapy dog training. So I know what to look for in a for a dog who's going to be a good therapy dog. And also, there's lots of specific.
Echo just jumped on the table right in front of the trainer that I'm interviewing. So yeah, he might not be the best of therapy dogs.
My dog couldn't do it until she was 10, and then I have another dog who could never do it.
Really? I would like him to become a therapy dog, but he's a sweet dog, but he's a puller.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, of course he is, right? He's a big dog, right?
Yeah, he's about the same size as me, as you can see. He's big. He's super big.
Yeah, but working on that, I used to do a whole therapy dog evaluation for dogs to see if they could pass the test, and, you can look from there to see if you think they're going to be a good therapy dog. It's a lot about being social and liking to meet new people for the dogs, really. The obedience can usually be trained, but it's really a personality thing that you want.
Okay, so do you think he has the personality?
He seems like he's very okay with everything. I haven't heard him barking at all. That's a good thing. Yeah. Doesn't seem like he gets startled by stuff. Yeah. Does he like to say hello to people on the street?
He is a bit timid at first, like if they grab too fast.
Okay, so that's something that may, he could maybe do some things but not other things. It depends. Like my dog is kind of timid too, and he couldn't really I wouldn't want him to do the therapy stuff because I wouldn't want him to be getting scared of stuff. So it just depends, yeah.
And what are some of Pupi Dupi's most impressive tricks?
Oh, she does, I'm teaching her now heel and then reverse. So she reverses beside me as I walk backwards. She does bunny hop. She hops backwards on her hind legs. Yeah. She does the Hollywood girl, of course. You saw the Hollywood girl. She does a nighty-night where you hold her and she just flops her head down like pretending she's going to sleep. She does a lot of cute ones.
Who thinks of these tricks?
Loreen doesn't, but mostly I do, yeah. Loreen does.
Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to the party.
Right, thanks.
That's all for today's episode of Tales of the City on Pet Life Radio. Through the chaos, I hope you got a sense of how unique Pupi Dupi and Teeny Weenie's party really is. Even their name should give you a clue. I want to thank Loreen Arbus for inviting me to celebrate yet another year of your tiny pups. You have taught me not only to respect, but celebrate animals and to have fun doing it. I'm your host, Victoria Schaefer, signing off from New York City. I'm gonna go cuddle with Echo and Rue and binge watch some Netflix because I am partied out.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.